Good morning, students. So today we will continue with this chapter, money and banking, and today we will start from the role of money. So you see the role of money. Okay, first important role of money is that what money, it makes exchange easier. It has removed the difficulties of the barter system, as we all know that, because the barter system is what? It is a system where the goods, yes, goods or the commodities, these are directly exchanged. Yes, and we also have learned that the barter system, it has mainly four drawbacks or problems, is not it? Yes, and with the coming of, or with the introduction of money, these four drawbacks, yes, it was solved with the introduction of money. Yes, so that is the first important role of money, first and foremost role of money, that it has made exchange. Okay, that means transaction, purchasing of goods and services. Okay, all kinds of exchanges, it has made, money has made it easier. Okay, that is the first and the important role of money. The second, you see, the price system. Okay, the price system is an important characteristic of a market center or even a market friendly economy. The price system is dependent on the supply of money. Now in a market, okay, where goods and services, these are traded, these are sold and these are purchased. Okay, we all know price is an important factor. Yes, so that is why for a market centered economy as well as for a market friendly economy, okay, this price or money, it plays, or it is a very important or it plays a very important role. Okay, then you see the third one, even in a system where are of administrative decisions of the government determine the price and output of the commodities and services, not their demand and supply. The value of output in that system is expressed in terms of money. Okay, where in some commodities and some services the government determine their prices. Okay, so in such cases also, okay, no economy can actually work, okay, without money. So that is why money is very important, okay, for the functioning of any kind of economic system. Okay, so next you see the drawbacks or the problems of money. Okay, so the first drawback, you see, when money, it lacks stability of value. Okay, stability means when the value of money, it does not remain same. Okay, it changes, it might rise, it might fall. Okay, that is called a lack of stability of value. Now when does the money, value of money rises, and when does the value of money it falls? Okay, mainly there are two situations, okay, where this value of money, it changes. Okay, first is your inflation, second is your deflation. Okay, so inflation is what? Inflation is a situation where the price, okay, the price level, it continuously, it rises. Prices, the general prices, okay, that means the aggregate price level. So the general price level, it continuously, it rises. That is the situation of inflation. Okay, now during inflation what happens, because we know that during inflation the prices of the goods or the commodities, it increases, is not it? So we can purchase less of the goods with our money. So we tell that during your inflation the value of money, okay, it falls. Okay, so that is one situation where the money, the value, it might fall. Okay, and another situation is what? Your deflation. Okay, now deflation, okay, in deflation what happens? Deflation means where the general price level, it continuously, it falls. That is called deflation. Okay, and when the prices, it falls during deflation, then more of the goods you can purchase with your money. That means the money, the purchasing power, the purchasing capacity of money will increase. Yes, then we say that the value of money in deflation, it increases. So there are two situations mainly. Okay, first one is your inflation where value of money it falls, and second is this deflation where value of money it rises. Okay, so both this inflation, deflation, okay, in these two situations what happen? Our value of money, it changes. Okay, that is lack of stability of value. Okay, and that is that is not a good, okay, indication for any economy, both inflation and deflation. Then you see the second one, money can be used as one of the instruments to facilitate the concentration of economic power and wealth. Okay, so that means what? The rich and poor, okay, that inequality, the inequality gap, the income inequality gap, it arises because of this money. Okay, the person who has more money, he is supposed to be rich and he is supposed to have more economic power. Okay, so it results in what? Accumulation or concentration of power in the hands of few rich people. Okay, then another the drawback of money, you see, weakness for money may well be the cause of the erosion of social values system, like your corruption, irregularities, injustice, etc. So all these, okay, corruption, irregularities, these are the causes of money only. Okay, then last, you see, when money takes the form of black money, the government loses considerable amount of revenue due to large scale tax evasion. Okay, now black money, in that previous class we have discussed what is called black money. Black money means what? That amount of your tax, okay, that amount of your income which you are supposed to pay to the government as tax, okay, but you are not paying that amount is basically regarded as your black money. Okay, now you take, suppose you have income of suppose 1 lakh. Okay, just assume now you have to pay suppose 10,000. Okay, 10,000 as tax to the government. Now out of this 10,000 you are paying how much? Only suppose 5,000. Okay, 5,000 you are paying to the government as a tax. That means the remaining 5,000, it is your black money. Okay, so because of black money, because we know the government, how does the government it earn income? Yes, from the tax that we pay. Sorry, now if we do not pay the tax amount, then what will happen? Government's revenue means what? Revenue means the income of the government. Okay, the income of the government will fall, and then in that case the government will not be able to do more kind of your developmental activities, welfare activities. Yes, so that is one major problem of money. Okay, so these are the 4 problems or drawbacks of money. So next we will start with bank. Okay, so the chapter name is money and banking. So next part is your bank. Now first of all we should know what is a bank. Yes, now bank is basically, it is a financial institution. Okay, now that financial institution, it performs mainly 2 functions. Okay, first one is that it will accept the deposit, okay, from the public, and as well as it will also lend, okay, lend money to the public. So that financial institution is basically called as your bank. Okay, so you see, bank is a financial institution that deals in loans. Banks, it also collects the savings from the savers and offer the savings from the savers and as bearing a small part to the borrowers. Okay, so some lines are repeated here. Okay, so basically you see bank, okay, it is basically a financial institution where people, they can deposit their money as well as they can also take loan from it. Okay, that is basically regarded as a bank. Okay, now we know that bank it mainly works also for social welfare, but it also works for profit. Okay, all the commercial banks, they also do business with the money. Okay, now how do they earn profit? You see, now suppose take 2 individual, one is A and another one is your B. Okay, 2 individuals are there. Now A is saving his money, okay, in the bank. Yes, now when anybody, okay, he saves money, or if I and suppose you are saving some amount 1,000 rupees in the bank, we know that bank, it always gives interest on the deposit. Yes, monthly interest on the deposits. Yes, so that means what? The amount that A is saving, suppose 1,000 rupees or 100 rupees, suppose 100 rupees. Now the bank will pay him an interest. Suppose the interest is 2%. Okay, the extra 2% is his interest if he or anybody they save the money in the bank. Okay, now the bank, they use this deposited amount, okay, to give loan to another person, suppose B. Okay, now when B individual, okay, he will repay, suppose he has taken loan of 80 rupees from the bank. Okay, now when B, he will repay this loan amount again to the bank. Okay, bank will charge this 80 the principal amount, and along with that he will also pay an interest to the bank, okay, and that will be higher than this interest rate, okay, that is suppose 5%. Okay, that means when B, he will return his loan amount 80 rupees, okay, that he has taken as loan from bank, he will also pay 80 plus this 5% interest. Okay, now that is how the profit is earned. You see, interest paid by the borrowers, okay, that means how much the interest the borrowers paid, 5%, okay, minus interest paid to the saver, that means the interest that is paid by the bank to the saver, that means how much, 2%, so that is how much is the remaining, 3%, so 3% is the profit of the bank. So that is how a bank it earns the profit. Okay, now next you see origin of banking, how this banking it has started. Okay, you see, according to Geoffrey Crowther, the monetary economist, the businessmen, gold merchants, okay, and money lender, they were the ancestors of banks. Okay, when such a financial system did not actually came into picture, bank, okay, before that money lenders, okay, businessmen, in fact some rich people, they used to give loan to the general people, okay, and that is how they were said as the ancestors of bank. Okay, then in the Middle Ages, when Bank of Venice was set up in Italy, the World Bank, it began to gain wide currency. Okay, so Bank of Venice, it was set up in Italy, okay, and that was regarded as the World Bank. Okay, now one important thing is that, okay, that during Italy, okay, as there was constant warfare among the city states, okay, in Italy, and states were appointed were need in finance of money, okay, so that is why this bank it gained very popularity during that time in the Middle Ages, okay, because warfare was going on, and all the states, all the country, they require huge amount of money, huge amount of finance, okay, that is how, or what it is why, because this Bank of Venice it was very popular during that time. Okay, now to mobilize those resources, that means those finance, okay, the states appointed commissioners, some commissioners were appointed, okay, to mobilize those resources, and those were regarded as what, they were known as Monty. Okay, the Bank of Hindustan was the first Bank of India. Remember, this was set up in 1770, and the first bank in Assam was Guwahati Bank, as it was set up in 1926. So this point is very important. You remember this, it might come for 1 or 2 marks. Okay, in the MCQs also you might get such questions. Then you see next is a classification of banks. So first is a central bank. Okay, so in India the central bank is your Reserve Bank of India. Okay, Reserve Bank of India, this is our central bank. Every country has one central bank. Okay, and next is a commercial bank. Okay, commercial banks are like your SBI, HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, okay, all these, Punjab National Bank, all these are examples of commercial banks. Now commercial bank, they basically work under the central bank, okay, under the rules and regulations of the central bank, that is your RBI. Okay, and RBI was set up in the year 1935. Okay, so next you see regional rural banks, Industrial Development Bank of India, Small Industries Development Bank of India, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, NABARD. Okay, so these are various classification of banks. So next class we will discuss one by one about all the these kinds of banking system. Okay.